This is the Truth Network.
Welcome, fellow adventurers, to the Masculine Journey Joyride Podcast. This is a brand new show from the guys you know. I'm talking, of course, about the Band of Brothers. My name is Keith, and I'm the producer for Masculine Journey and Masculine Journey After Hours. In this podcast, you will hear funny stories, exchanges, and thought-provoking moments that will amuse you, make you smile, and draw you closer to Jesus Christ in your journey of life. Welcome, Joyriders. I'm glad you're here because I have something very important to tell you. In fact, I wrote it down so I wouldn't leave anything out. Okay, so first of all, where did I put that speech? Oh, check. Maybe here? Yeah, sorry about that. That's for something I'm working on. Never mind. Let me check. Here it is. All right. Prepare to hear something very important. Your speech is not in this pocket. Oh, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Due to circumstances beyond my control, you will not be hearing a speech from me, but you will get to hear something very important from the guys of the Masculine Journey.
I mean, whenever you talk about people hearing from God, we talk about Elijah in the cave or whatever, and the storm came by and the wind blowing and all. But God came in a still small voice, and sometimes with all the noise in this world, it's hard to trust that voice. But as you follow that voice and you hear it more and more, it leads you down to then you can look back and say, yeah, I was following the right voice.
And it's tough sometimes to remember that God does speak our language. What you were kind of talking about, Rodney, is that he does speak to me and I understand. Mm-hmm. And that clip reminded me of a story. I took karate when I was like 12. It was a 6-week class. And in my mind, after 6 weeks, I was going to take Bruce Lee's place. I was going to be that good. And when it didn't happen, it was so disappointing. But that is the mentality, the discipline of working through something. And very rarely does anything worth having, especially spiritually, come without discipline and heartache at times.
Absolutely.
Because I don't understand what's going on, and this should have happened 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So.
James talks about the trying of our faith, and that does show. There's a lot of people, if they don't get what they want, they move on.
Well,
and that's not what God's about necessarily.
You can't be more than an overcomer if you never overcome anything.
Exactly. A scripture that I looked up when we were talking about this, and I've read this a lot, and I just saw something in it that I thought was cool. John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice. We know that part. And I know them, and they follow me. I know them as something I didn't really pick up on. I know them how to speak to them. It's what we were talking about earlier. He knows how to communicate with us as individuals.
And like with the sheep, who are pretty dumb animals, one of the things that when I know I've heard from God is when I've heard the same thing 3 or 4 or 5 times, if it's in one day, because he will keep repeating it until I get it.
Yep, for sure.
But we do sometimes make assumptions that, okay, I prayed about that. God didn't answer me, so he's not listening.
Sam, you got anything on that?
No.
Bueller.
So from the guys of Masculine Journey, I'm Keith, and we'll see you down the road.
This is the Truth Network.